Oprah, y'all's girl Oprah. I do have some images I want to pull up of Oprah though. Y'all let me know if this screen share shit even does what it's supposed to do. Let me know, y'all. I'm gonna be blacked out. Y'all should be able to still hear me though. If everything's working good, y'all should be able to still hear me. We're gonna start off by going in on Oprah because I completely disagree with the type of bullshit she was on when she gave her speech. She mentioned Reese Taylor. If you don't know the story of Reese Taylor was a black woman who was raped by 6 white men. And Oprah used her in her speech to connect to the would-be the Me Too crowd, that all that bullshit is going on with that Me Too shit. She used Reese Taylor's situation to connect in with the Me Too shit. And I'm gonna explain why I have such a problem with that. But I'm gonna show y'all these images first because I don't really know about Oprah being against this whole Me Too shit. I don't really trust the fact that she's even really against that. I don't trust it based on her relationship with these white men who have been accused of being fucked up, touching pussies, touching ass, kissing, groping, all types of shit that's going on. But Oprah has a would-be, I'm going to call a chummy relationship with these people. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. She has a chummy relationship with these people. All right. A relationship. Here's her kissing Harvey motherfucking Weinstein. Here's going to be another picture of her chummed up with Harvey. Harvey's her motherfucking dude. Apparently, I want this to be bigger though. Let me see if I can't. I want this to be a little bit bigger, but it ain't going to be bigger. But take my word, it's Oprah Winfrey's dumbass face and Harvey Weinstein's dumbass face too. This is the type of relationship she has with these motherfuckers, acting like she didn't know what the fuck was going on. I know, and I do believe in my heart that she did know what the fuck was going on, but now she's coming out here acting like she didn't know what the fuck was going on. If you remember Charlie Rose, another white man, who is sitting here, you know, kissing Oprah. She looks really, really happy that she's being kissed by this white man. On her show, her and Charlie real chummy here too, hand on his thigh and everything. Oprah has an intimate relationship with these dudes. A lot of people want to call this conspiracy, but it's right here. It's plain as day. Oprah has this type of relationship. Now we're going to go back here. I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to come out of this screen share shit. Let me stop. Let me come out of this screen share. I wanted to show y'all those images before we even talk about this because Oprah is pretending that she somehow has an issue with this. But I don't believe she has an issue at all with any of this shit. And then for her, and what she did, and black people didn't pay attention because we're going to talk about black people's ignorance too here as well. Let me pull this up over here because I have this as well. We're going to talk about black folk, how they didn't notice this. No one paid it any attention. They allowed it to happen and cheered her on. And then also talked about her being the goddamn president. Let me pull up this image here that I have. I'll put that in the background. Y'all should be able to see that, right? Now, what she did for these white women on this Me Too, and I'm not saying it's just white women, but this that feminist movement. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm going to try to turn this a little bit better so maybe y'all will be able to see this Oprah 2020 shit that black people been on. She tied in Reese Taylor's experience where she was gang raped by 6 white men, dumped on it, blindfolded, dumped on the side of the road. None of those white men were convicted at all. Not one of them. This happened in a time where white men could run around raping black women with impunity. With complete and utter impunity. Because they were black women. Now, what Oprah did, and what black people didn't notice, and what was so detrimental in what she did and got a standing ovation for it, is that she made Reese Taylor's situation, and she died actually about 2 weeks ago. She would have been about 90 years old. She lived through this. She died, but Oprah made that situation the same thing as this Me Too shit that's going on. when that is completely unrelated in every way possible to me. She could have thought of another fucking example. But Oprah had these white women standing up like, yes, they can relate to what the fuck Reese Taylor went through, a black woman, one of many black women that were raped by white men with impunity, complete and utter impunity. Had they told somebody about it, they would have been ridiculed and probably had the lynch mob sent to their fucking crib. That's the type of situation that black women were in this country. Nothing like this Me Too shit, where a lot of these white bitches and all these motherfuckers are allowing these things to happen to get roles in movies, you know, checks and shit like that. And then 30 years later, they having traumatic events. It's called being broke as fuck and being irrelevant. So they'll come out of the goddamn woodworks with these allegations. Now, I ain't saying these white men didn't do this shit. Now, even been some black men. I'm not speaking on innocence or guilt. I'm speaking on the fact that nothing black women have went through in this fucking country can be tied into this Me Too shit. And Oprah did this shit. She even compared Rosa Parks sitting on the back of the bus. She put that in the Me Too shit. She used two examples where black women are being racially profiled, raped with impunity. She used our experience in this country to connect with these white bitches that's sitting out there clapping like they can fucking relate to what black folk done went through in this country. Oprah did that. That's y'all's girl Oprah. And then y'all motherfuckers talking about Oprah 2020. Y'all fresh off a black president. Y'all know damn well just because she's black don't mean she gonna go in and do nothing for black folk. Because in 1989, Oprah on her fucking show in front of all these white motherfuckers, in front of the nation. Oprah had one of the most popular shows on TV. In front of the nation, she said that she believes, and I'm going to pull this shit up right here. I'm going to pull this shit up because this shit burned me to my fucking core. I was already mad before I even saw the speech. I was mad at just seeing how many people celebrating Oprah while she's giving money to white schools and our kids are sitting in cold classrooms. I was already mad about that. But then she goes on, and in 1989, in front of a white audience, in front of white America, Oprah says that she believes that a lot of people use slavery as an excuse. This is what she said. Now, it might have been 1989, but understand it came out of her mouth. Now she's supposed to be some type of pro-black, and y'all got her as some type of pro-black because black people can't separate character from fame. We have not learned to do that yet. Because she's famous, because she's rich, automatically black people worship her. Automatically they hail her as great because she made Color Purple. They hail her as pro-black because she said a couple things. They hail her as pro-black, but she told y'all black folk use slavery as an excuse. Her coming out of her mouth talking like that to all them white folk, what that means is every time you talk about reparations, every time you talk about what's owed to black people in this country, by this fucking country, the way that we built this fucking country, you can't talk about it because Oprah and many other black motherfuckers will come out of their mouth, coons will come out of their mouth and say they use it as an excuse. Fact of the matter is black people have been disenfranchised since slavery. Promised things that we didn't get because that's the type of treaties that white folk make. Slavery is an excuse for what? Who the fuck has actually used slavery as an excuse as opposed to a talking point to explain the situation that we're in to this day? This y'all's girl Oprah, though. She's going to be the goddamn president for y'all in 2020. Donald Trump talking about it with his little bitch ass. He talking about he would love to run against Oprah. Oprah's one of them rich black folk. Came from Chicago, but she still made her way out. She made it through the cracks to be one of these token black folk that white folk use, which is why she's so chummy with Charlie Rose, which is why she's so fucking chummy with Harvey Weinstein. Now she want to come out here talking about Me Too and empowerment when she knew damn well what the fuck was going on. Probably, and she might possibly did something herself to get to the status that she's on. This type shit Oprah's on, and y'all support her. Y'all clapping for her. Even these pro-black conscious pages, these pro-blacks celebrate Oprah in this dumbass speech where she completely disrespected the black woman experienced with white fucking rapists, terrorists, white supremacist pieces of shit. She compared and put all that, lumped all that in so these white women could clap. That's what Oprah did for the team in front of everybody. And a lot of these black people out here so goddamn dumb, they can't even see it. They don't even understand when they're being disrespected. Right in their fucking face, we applaud it because it came from Oprah's mouth. Same shit y'all do with Barack, or y'all was doing with Barack. It don't matter what they're saying and how detrimental what they're saying is to our community, to our experience in this country. As long as they black and they saying it, we clap it. That's bullshit, black people. Any of these would-be conscious pages out here, that's bullshit that y'all can't see that. You call yourself conscious, but you can't see what's happening right in front of your fucking face. And nobody thought that it was disrespectful for her to compare a gang raping of a black woman to somebody getting their ass touched, being groped. I think I even seen an accusation where one of the white men done pulled his little dick out. You compare a savage gang raping, no conviction. Reese was on her way home from church. You compare that to this bullshit, and y'all women clapped. Even black women was in the audience clapping. Why was that not disgusting to anybody? Why would y'all be talking about now she should be the goddamn president? Her and Michelle Obama should be president and vice president, according to black folk. Oprah nor Michelle Obama ain't doing shit for black people. But y'all supporting them based on their blackness, based on whatever qualifications you believe that they have, but they still won't give a fuck about what's going on with you. Because everything you go through, everything we went through, well, white folk happen to have an equivalent to it. This is why white people can come out of their mouth and compare their indentured servitude to slavery. Because black famous people will get up on podiums and allow these types of comparisons to be made, and opens that door for these comparisons to be made. How the fuck do you compare a savage gang raping to somebody's titty being touched? Somebody seeing a little white dick while they trying to do a goddamn movie audition. How do you even compare that? And how do black people stand up and give that a goddamn round of applause? I don't understand. I don't get it. I understand what Oprah means to black people. She's a black woman who got a lot of money. That's all it takes. But she done stood on TV many times in front of these white folk and disrespected you while you clapped. Because you ain't paying attention to nothing but the fact that it's Oprah and she's black. That's bullshit. It's disrespectful and disgraceful of Reese Taylor and every other black woman who was raped during these times and still are raped by these white motherfuckers with impunity. Still, we see how they treat rapists in this country because we know who the rapists really are. We understood that they was trying to act like it was black men, but white men knew who the fuck it was. That's why you look at the sentencing for rape, and that's why it is the way it is. That's why you get more for a bag of weed, which we'll be talking about here in a minute, than you will for rape, because they know what the fuck they doing. They protected themselves by giving these light-ass, bitch-ass sentences. That's why you can have a white boy, that Brock motherfucker, rape a woman and get 3 months and then get probation. This is why these things are happening, because they understand their pathology. They've implemented laws in sentencing to protect them on their bullshit. Y'all stand up clapping for Oprah when she's a part of this shit. It's a deception to make y'all black women believe that somehow Oprah is you. Somehow she's you. But she disrespected. She disrespected, to me, every black woman that's ever went through anything. She disrespected the fuck out of them. Full-blown gang rape. You compare that to these white bitches out here. I'm gonna read some of y'all's comments. Man, so pissed. When I saw that shit, y'all, when I actually saw the speech and I heard her say Reese Taylor's name, that shit made me mad. And I'm a black man because I got black daughters, because my mom, these black women all around me. And because I love black people so much, I'm not going to let disrespect happen while everybody else clapping. And I get called a hater for this shit, for exposing this shit, for making sure that people can see exactly what's going on. I think I seen all types of black women in the crowd. Denzel was there. He's standing up, you know. I'm like, what? Y'all didn't hear what she just did? Y'all don't see what she just did? Hashtag Me Too is the same as a gang rape? Like, get the fuck out of here. Savagery. Savagery. Straight savagery. Y'all make sure y'all click the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I just thought about that. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I don't know how long YouTube gonna be on this fuckery or how often they'll be on this fuckery. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let everybody know where we are, so they understand. Some of y'all understand Oprah. Cher G says Oprah is an industry madam on the low. I don't think it's on the low. I think it's on the goddamn high. She's not hiding it. She's kissing these white men in their face, kissing them and everything. Kissing them and everything. Heart of Gold says Oprah has been has very negative views of black people. She'll come out and say what she is. She'll come out and say, but black people ain't paying no attention. Oprah about that money. She about that money. She about that money. Right. Anubis, exactly. Anubis says Oprah is just representing the interests of her handlers. That shit is real, man. That shit is real, man. And black folk just clapping for this shit. And they don't even see it. These conscious pages, because promoting this bullshit. Tens and thousands, I mean, hundreds of thousands of people, black people, we need to wake the fuck up. Understand who has our best interest at heart. 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, it's not these black entertainers. It's not these black celebrities. They don't have our best interest at heart. They may talk like they do, because Oprah got up there and talked about how she's a black woman, how inspired she was to see, who was it winning the award? Maybe Sidney Poitier, I might be wrong. She talked about how inspiring it was to see him win an award. So she started on some black shit. And then she brought in Reese. And I don't understand, man. I don't understand.